Hi everyone and welcome to Flosstube number 27. I have only new starts this week. Yeah, a bunch of them. But before sometimes before we start, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It warms my heart. They want to spend some time with me. If you're new here, welcome. If you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button so you can continue seeing my videos. That would be awesome. My name is Marika. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden, and I live here with my boyfriend and my two cats. And this is a channel mostly about cross-stitching, but sometimes a little bit of knitting. Today is going to be a little bit of knitting at the end of the video. So I've been recording this video for I don't know how long. I have all of the people interrupting me and then I'm kind of getting lost in what I'm doing. So sorry if I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm gonna try to arrange myself in. So the first thing I'm gonna do today is what I do every month or every week. I'm weekly. I'm a weekly show. And that is shout outs. And today I have 3/4. The first one is like a twofer, and that is a Fat Quarter Shop and their cross-stitch channel, which is Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube. So there is two channels, all of them they're linked in down below, but it's basically the same company, Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop. She both do a bunch of quilting tutorials, so I'm learning a lot from her when it comes to quilting. But they also have the Flosstube, and they also have it's connected to Fat Quarter Shop, which is a shop, and you can buy patterns and fabrics and all of the things. I really like it. Really like it. And internationally they ship by FedEx, so I can get it in just a couple of days. It's a lot of money for shipping, but hey, international shipping is always expensive. Anyhow, really like them. Go see them and tell me I sent you. If you haven't seen them, go see them. If you like them, tell them I sent you, because that could be fun. Number 2 is a Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, and she is mainly she does cross-stitching in the beginning and quilting at the end of her videos. She does a lot of prim and samplers. She does a lot of beautiful quilts with older fabrics or reproduced fabrics. They're beautiful. Her projects are beautiful. I have cat hair in my nose, I'm sorry. But she's very sweet and very nice, so I kind of like her. She's when she uploads, I do. There's a lot of people I directly like. Oh, new video, let's check. Yeah, I have started to have to put people on my watch later list and then have the watch later list go through, because otherwise I will never get to everything I want to say. Anyhow, the last one is Lindy Stitches. And she makes so awesome bird designs. They're a little bit different, but they're super cool. And yes, one day soon I'm gonna buy one of her patterns. I haven't gotten there yet, but I will. I definitely will. They're super cool. She's also like a little energy ball. I don't know. I like people who are energy balls because I like energy, and I am an energy ball. So I think see the same people. But yes, that was all my shout outs. You will find them in the description down below. Now we're gonna jump into my projects. The first project is a new pattern that is going to be in my store today. I can't promise I get it when this uploads, because I will edit this, I will schedule it and get it up, and then I will have to finish off the pattern, because I haven't done that. I just kind of made the pattern, but then there's a lot of other things going around it to get it to the state I want it to be when I upload it to my store. It's going to be a $5 pattern, so it's going to be a fairly sweet one, and that is when it rains, it pours. It has a story, and we're going to get into it as soon as I've gone through all of the things about the pattern. So first of all, this is stitched on 16 count Dirty Aida. It is stitched in 2 variegated DMCs. Yes, it's DMCs. you know me, I'm more of a DMC person, but I am a little bit dipping my toes into variegated. I have these already, so I thought, hey, it can be fun to play with them. Also, it is a much cheaper way to get into variegated thread. Hand-dyed thread are more expensive, and they are more expensive because they are hand-dyed. There is someone that is doing all of the work to get all of these threads dyed. I think it's super cool, and I'm definitely going to start buying from smaller dyers because I think it's cool. But these are DMCs, and as I have them and I wanted to do them with this, that is how I did. So the first thing is the rain on the picture is made in the DMC color variation, and this is 440. Let's see, this is the thread. It's like 4220, not 440, 4220 is the color number, and it is a color variations. A color variation DMC have multiple colors in one thread, so it's more like a true variegated thread. While the other variegation thread I have is actually part of the main collection of DMCs. I am not sure if these are cheaper or cost the same as regular DMC, or it's more expensive or cost the same as the regular DMCs. They might cost a little bit more. I've had mine since 2005, but they are still part of the collection, so you should still be able to get it. This is 107. I'm gonna hide my face and maybe it will show you. This is 107. It is more like an over-dyed thread than a true variegated thread. But I really like it. They're beautiful. So I used the first on the rain, and the second is used on the text and on the umbrella. The text is 1/1 and the umbrella is 2/1. I did not do the loop start, but also I have stitched this like this with the like upside down U shapes. All the way back and forth, back and forth. I've done one stitch at a time, and then I stitch it in that motion, then I've gone back and stitch it in the same to get it to look more like an umbrella without having to add outlines or anything. So that is that. Also, that little button wasn't supposed to be there. I had a little mishap when I put this together, and I got a little bit of glue there because I didn't wait enough time after I glued on the batting because I got overly excited that it was finished. So I added that little button. Right now I can only do this in PDF because I basically designed this yesterday and stitched it up yesterday, because that is how I do things. But I might get a paper pattern, and then I might actually, if I get a paper pattern for it, I will definitely be sending red buttons with those paper patterns. But you have to, if you're interested in paper pattern, just tell me down below and we'll figure that out. This is mounted on like 2 different pieces of poster board covered in fabric. The first fabric is from 2016. The copyright is 2016, so I don't think you can get it somewhere. Maybe in one of the Swedish stores. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I bought it on the fair, and I think it was like in the sale section. And this one on the outside is Lori Holt, and it's a B Basics, so that you should be able to get. And that one should have multiple different patterns in the same color scheme, so you should be able to put this together similarly, but without this stripe. So yes, that is When It Rains It Pours. So the little story behind this, my life is going down the drain. That is so like dramatic, and no, it's not. Life is going to be good. It's just not isn't right now. Just after I recorded last week, I found out that not only do I still have HPV, a human papillomavirus, but I yet again have started to have abnormal cells. Abnormal cells is like the pre-state of pre-state cancer, if I'm not mistaken. That was my doctor explained. It's all about cervical cancer. I don't have cancer yet, and hopefully we can get rid of the abnormal cells before that, and then you don't have to have any other treatment than just removing the cells. However, this is the 4th time I'm getting them, so I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed. I already had 2 condensation and 1 hysterectomy to get rid of this. So we'll see what will happen. I will get more information on the 11th. And then on Monday and Tuesday I had some rather upsetting job news. I can't tell you more about it because I don't know how much I can tell you about it. Know that I've been on a very big roller coaster, and it might actually work out in the end. But it's been a rough week, a really rough week, and this was what my mind came up with. But for me, this design is more positive than it is negative. Just like, yes, when it rains it pours, but after rain comes the sun. So yeah, I kind of like it. I really like it. And I think there's a hashtag, April showers bring May flowers at the moment. I'm gonna check out where, how, when that was, but this would fit in it. If you want to stitch it, it's gonna be up in my store later today. So yeah, that was a very short version of that. So let's get on to more happy things. So I have more new starts. That was my new start and finish. So NSAFF, is that the thing? Not safe for work, but in a whole world? No, that was safe for work. Anyhow, the other one is also on Dirty Aida, because I got in some Dirty Aida here a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, in March I got some Dirty Aida in, and I'm loving the color. I like that it is it's not super red in tone, or it's a very neutral brown, and I like neutral browns. For like, I used to paint a lot with Copics, and my absolute favorite colors in Copics is the E40s, which is the most neutral brown you can find. Anyhow, that was a tangent. I think it's basically this color. Sorry, I love this color. This is a Cozy Cafe by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, stitch on Dirty Aida 16 count with the sharded DMC. I don't think they had any variegated threads in this. However, I discovered after starting stitching on this, it's supposed to have beads. So I need to buy beads, but I still have Lent, so I'm not buying any beads right now. But yes, this is how far I come. I have stitched this cup twice, because I have had to pull it out, because I counted wrong. And yeah. It is in a little bit of like timeout at the moment, because I got so angry with it. I did finish it, so it's at a state where I can just continue stitching. But yeah, no, it's in timeout. So when putting that in timeout, I had another new start, because why not? And that is Scotch Pine Santa by Mill Hill, and I am started on the 3rd bead of the design. I think it's like 7 beads or something, and there's a lot of green beans in this, so it's gonna take time. Not beans, beads, green beads. Yes, green beads. So yeah, it's gonna take time to bead it, and that is what I'm going to work on this evening after I've done everything else. But yes, this is how it comes along. And if you missed it, I had a little, like, my first tutorial Tuesday, where I talked about how I prepare a Mill Hill kit. So basically sort beads, sort threads, stuff like that. There's a bunch of tips and tricks in that video, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It would be awesome. So yeah, that is my 3rd and final new start of the week. And yes, I think that was enough of starts. Anyhow, next step is going to be a little happy mail, sort of. I previously talked about that I am stitching one full coverage, I actually stitching on 2, but I have one full coverage project called Gamer Nouveau, I do want to put some threads in it every month. I don't think I have had the time to do it this month, so I had to put a couple more threads next month then. However, when I stitched on it last time, I discovered that 2 of the threads on my thread keeper, because the Gamer Nouveau comes from Gecko Rouge. Gecko Rouge do full coverage, but only in kit form. And I got the kit. I have been stitching the kit, and I discovered after starting to stitch with one thread that they had accidentally switched 2 of the threads. So the lighter one was supposed to be where the darker one is, and the darker one is supposed to be where the lighter one was. And that meant I picked up the lighter one, and I was not sure that I would have enough of the light fab thread, because I had to unpick it. When you unpick on 25 count over 1, you throw away the thread, because yes. But they were very nicely sent me some new threads, because partly they made fall, but partly I should have noticed it. But I got some new threads, but also they were very, very nice and sent me a needle minder of my Gamer Nouveau as a "We're so sorry" gift. Isn't it cute? I really like these because it has like a plastic piece that is a little bit bigger with a little bit of a smaller magnet in the middle, and then it has like the magnet on behind here, so it isn't like glued on, or the magnet itself can't fall off, and it also gets a very flat form base like that. So yeah, really enjoyed these. God, I'm dropping everything at the moment, but yeah, this is what I got. So yeah, and I don't have any shopping because I haven't been shopping, because I shouldn't be shopping. Well, I did shop my first Pyrex measuring cups. I know, you know you're old when you get happy for Pyrex measuring cups. And I also got a food scale. Because of my liver, I need to lose some weight. So I went to Amazon and I picked up a little scale, and I also picked up these little, this glass, a set of 3, I think it's a litre, half a litre and quarter of a litre of liquids. They are in glass, but they are microwavable. You can machine wash them. I think you even can have them in the oven. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. So it's awesome because I need to kind of track how much milk I have in my coffee. And before I had a cup, and then I got a deciliter thing and a cup to microwave it, and now I just microwave the measuring cup and it's done. It's awesome. Yeah, that's me getting very excited over Pyrex things. Yes, I love them. I love them. Anyhow, that was all the cross stitching. Now I have a little bit of knitting, and it's very, very little bit of knitting. So, last year I went to Italy and visited my friend Orietta, and while I was there, we went to I almost said Barcelona, but that's not it. I don't remember. I just lost the name of the town. It starts with a B anyhow. That was annoying. I just don't remember. Anyhow, we went to a fabric store called no. All the names. I will link this store down below. It is in Italian, but if you use Chrome, you can just use Chrome Translate, and will translate to English. And also and she ships internationally, so you can get the wool if you want to. I actually hauled this back then because I also bought a silk stainless steel thread, which I thought would be perfect to replace anytime I needed to use the E310. But I also picked up this yarn, which is this beautiful, like, rusty orangey color. I don't know what to call this color really, but it's beautiful. It is beautiful. The color itself is called Suka. Z-U-C-C-A, Zucca. It is levu. It's called nocciole, which, if Google translated it correct, it's hazelnuts, basically. It's a wool and spun yarn. It's like a machine yarn, but it is 75% wool and 25% Angora. It's soft, it's nice, and I am going to do like a vest or like a sleeveless button-up cardigan. I don't know how to explain it. I would say vest in Swedish. And I've started it, and I'm making it my own, very much my own, but I'm basing it on a pattern for a male cardigan by, the pattern is by Stephen West. So it's kind of, I'm doing West by Stephen West. Anyhow, this is where I am. It's not a lot. My shoulder is starting to complain, so I'm gonna have to have shorter knitting periods. It's basically, I don't know how often I will update you with it, but because it's basically just garter stitching. All of it is just garter stitching. But I wanted to have something that was top down. I wanted to have something that is simple, doesn't have a lot of patterning, just a base pattern to base it on. And also I have very wide shoulders, so using a male shirt as a base actually works for me. Also, I don't know if I'm choosing the right size or anything, but the idea is to make a vest, because 99% of the time I will be wearing a black shirt, long sleeved cotton shirt, a black tank top, and that's kind of my dress code. That's been my dress code for a very long time. Sometimes I have a shirt on me, but I have found that it's very nice to have something that covers my tummy and my back, but leaves my arms open. I don't have to have anything on my arms. So then I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna give me a little spot of color. It actually works fairly good with my complexion. So this is the new project, new knitting. So this is also a new start, and I started this on Sunday in the middle of the day. So this is going to be my like social knitting project. It's gonna take me like forever, but that is okay. But yes, that lives in my little me-made knitting bag. So the fabric inside isn't something very exciting, because it is a fabric that I made. Like, it's a test fabric for testing color, so it's just plain cotton, and then I have kind of done a mottling dye on it. So I have a bunch of those that I think I'm gonna like use on the inside of my own bags. And then on the outside I found this fabric in my stash, and it's just adorable. I don't have a lot of it, so then I used a little bit of like mesh fabric, so a little bit thicker fabric for the bottom. And then I have this little hanger thingy that I have here on the side, because I used to knit socks on the go. I walked and knit socks, and this actually works really, really great. It fits about one ball of yarn. So this project is not going to live in here. It's just having a period in here until it's too big. Trying to get up all the balls. I have the door closed so the kitties won't steal my yarn while I'm talking about this. Yes, I'm going to try to get everything back into the bag, and there it goes. So yes, I think that was everything for today. This took a very long time to do, just because of all the interruptions and me losing my place. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please thumbs it up. If you have any questions or comments, just comment down below. And as I usually say in the hereafter, share a little emoji in the chat, a raining cloud or rain, you know, because of when it pours and when it rains, it pours. So raining cloud, emoji. If you don't have it, like put it in like little quotation marks. In Swedish we called it dubbelfnutt. A fnutt is not really a proper Swedish word, I don't think so, but it's like a little thing, So, and then double means that it's two. Dubbel is double, so it's two. So, dubbelflytt. Quotation marks. Bunny ears. I don't know. Well, but like rain in between that. Yes, I know that you came to the end of this video, which is all over the place because that is where I am right now. Hopefully everything will calm down as either next week or the week after. I have a long weekend this weekend because Mondays are off here. Mondays are not off. This Monday is off because it's 1st of May. It's one of those like you have it off so you can go out and demonstrate. And because of health reasons, I'm not doing that. Or I can tell you, because of having really bad social anxiety, I'm not looking forward to get out in the cold, which will worsen my pain among a lot of people. I probably should, but I don't. I will have to find another way to go and demonstrate against the power. We'll figure that out. Anyhow, we're gonna stop here so that I can edit this, get this up, because it's already getting late. And I have a date with my computer at 4. I will tell you next week all about that. Anyhow, I'll see you next week. Bye.